following a 29-28 win over the Bison and a share of the Missouri Valley Football Conference title for the first time in program history, representing the Yotes, Aiden Bauman, Dennis Shorter, Nate Ewell, and Blake Holden. And with that, we'll open up questions to the media.
Aiden, that last play, what was going through your head? After the sack, were you surprised to see Javion so wide open?
I mean, a little bit, yeah, but it's a 2-minute drill. You gotta get the ball out. I made a mistake not taking a sack there, losing valuable time. But guys got up, guys got to the ball, just like we practice all the time. And Javion made a play, found a good pocket, and we scored.
And then Dennis' defense being able to get that stop late in the game, give the offense a chance. How huge is that when things were always going your guys' way today?
Man, it was very big for us. We didn't give up. We just believe. As long as it's time on the clock, we got time. We get the ball back to the offense to make special plays.
And speaking of Javion, those not only the touchdown catch, but the one before that as well, the toe tap.
Mm-hmm.
Just talk about what he did in that fourth quarter and how big he was.
Yeah, he just made plays. I said this earlier, but he's never a guy that's going to complain about reps and anything like that. He's just going to put his nose down to the grindstone and do what's best for the team. And in the fourth quarter, that was making plays for us, and he made some incredible plays, and it helped us win the game.
Before you even got to that point, you guys faced that fourth down on the drive before that. Just what was going through your head during that play?
Get the ball out, give someone a chance. Same thing, JP made a play.
Just for the seniors, what was today like?
Unreal, man. I mean, I've been here six years, and had some of those older guys back today, that have graduated in the past, and kind of the things they said that we're doing stuff that no other program in USD history has ever done, or no other football team has done, and growing up a Coyote fan and now living out the dream of my little kid self, it's surreal for sure. Yeah.
Just how fun is that locker room right now?
Awesome.
It's very exciting.
Very loud.
Aiden, I know you weren't here when the first quote-unquote miracle happened, but this might be the second, considering the circumstances. What was kind of being said? They go on a 99-yard drive. I kind of felt that. I'm sure a lot of people in this building felt like it might have been over. What was the feeling on that sideline?
You never think it's over till the clock's hit zero. I was just pacing back and forth telling guys, we got to go score quick. It's a 2-score game now. We score, we have darn near the best defense in the country. We know they're going to get a stop, which they did. And, we got the ball back and made a play. So.
You don't want this to be the highlight because there's a lot left to go. But
sure.
For this to be senior day, to do it against that team, to kind of leave your own stamp in a game like this, this one's going to be remembered for a long time. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, it's super special, but exactly like you said, we're gonna enjoy this today. Selection Sunday's tomorrow. We're gonna see where we're at, and we're gonna prepare to make a deep run.
Where should this team be at?
Top.
Yeah, wherever they put us, doesn't matter. We'll play whoever. We're good.
Lastly, just for any of you guys, conference championship, like you said, Blake, it is for you. Winning a conference championship, especially a couple of years ago when this team won 3 games, would have sounded crazy to know that you guys are going to get at least one ring. I know you want a bigger ring in about a month or two, but to have that accomplishment, to know you're going to have at least one banner up there right now, how's that sound?
I think it just shows the dedication and the loyalty of the people that stayed in this program through that, and the people that we've brought in through that time and stuff. And it's a lot funner to win games, I guess. More fun to win games, but it's special. Yeah.
For the defensive guys, you were very successful early on. Like their first 9 plays at 9 yards or something. Do you? Obviously, some adjustments are coming on their end. Do you try to be a little proactive, or how's that going to kind of counter what you anticipate they're going to do?
Just staying poised, stand up, respecting our rules, going back to our daily basis, just trusting each other.
Just say like last year, you're probably going to see them again, especially if you want to get to where you want to get. What kind of adjustments do you have to make when you do inevitably probably see them again?
I feel like we just play our own game. We go as we go. We play our ball, and then that's what we do a lot. We worry about ourselves. Rather than worried about the other team, we worry about ourselves because we play our game. We feel like we're the best.
Well, that was a heck of a football game. this team set on a mission, now, getting close to 12 months ago. And the only thing they've been focused on throughout that 12 months is winning a championship. And we won one today. But that's not the only one that this team wants to win, and we're going to have a chance to win another. And couldn't be prouder of the group. I think they showed a tremendous amount of character today. Go out, jump out to an early lead, watch North Dakota State not just come back, take the lead, and then kept playing, found a way there at the end, and it kind of game it should have been. A championship game should come down to the wire, and this one did.
You've been a part of some pretty special moments since you've been in this program. Where does this one rank?
Yeah, doing something that no other team has done at South Dakota, obviously winning a Division I conference championship in the Valley, which is the toughest league in all of FCS football. I think it's certainly a special accomplishment today, but as you heard those captains, we got a lot of work to do yet. And there's a lot more out there for this team to accomplish, and so we'll get back to work next week, see how the bracket shakes out, and start preparing for the next game.
Javion Phelps, just multiple huge catches.
Yeah.
In those last final 2 drives, just how big was he?
Yeah, he stepped up. We've had a lot of guys on this team that when their time has been needed, they've stepped up and played really well. You look at offensively, we're without J.J. Galbraith right now. And so we've had to have some other perimeter guys step up. That receiver group's got a lot of depth. We have a lot of confidence in guys behind Carter and Karan, and today was a day where Javion had an opportunity and took full advantage of it, and that's what good teams do. You got to have depth. I've been talking about that for the last 8 years. Making sure that we've got the kind of depth that we need to win at the highest level in FCS, and we're getting closer.
That 20-play drive sucked a lot of energy out of the dome. Sure sucked a lot of energy out of the sideline. Just how are you able to come back from pretty much a demoralizing drive like that, where you had multiple chances to go out the field, come back and win? Yeah,
the disappointing thing is obviously we, take a penalty there in the kicking game situation and give them a chance to score a touchdown and take the field goal off the board. But, offensively we had to respond. When those things happen, that's what complementary football is all about. When one side of the football needs the other side to pick them up, you got to do it. We've had plenty of games this year where the defense has responded when we've needed them to, and the offense responded. Did a great job with the kickoff situation there in the special team, pinning them deep after our first touchdown, and defensively, got a stop with enough time on the clock that actually allowed us to put together a drive and not be in a kind of scramble Hail Mary situation.
With that kickoff, did you consider going ahead and trying it onside?
No, I think you trust your defense. We had done a good job keeping all of our timeouts. With the new 2-minute timeout, actually we had 4 timeouts remaining. Plenty of time to play defense, get the ball back. What you want to do there is try to impact field position. You go for an onside kick there, and if you don't recover it, even with the timeouts in your back pocket, you've changed the field position to a point where you're going to have to drive the ball the length of the field. And so from a coaching standpoint, decision that we made to trust our defense and get the ball back, and the defense responded in a really positive way.
I know, like I said, hey, there's a lot more this team wants to do, but there's a little bit of a full circle to this, because bad as that playoff game was to them a year ago, to beat them, especially as the way this game played out with them scoring 4 straight touchdown drives, for you guys to come back and win a conference championship, especially as you go into the playoffs now, to I don't want to say return the favor, but to get a win like that kind of confirms how far this team's come?
Yeah, we're a better football team. We're a better football team than we were a year ago. I don't think there's any question about that. We've got a group that truly believes they can accomplish great things, and they're working hard to do exactly that. The nice thing, and hopefully it works out this way, that we end up with a bye. I would think we would with that win. Never know what those committees are going to do, but it gives us a chance maybe to get back a little healthier. We got quite a few guys that are banged up. This was a tremendously physical football game. And maybe even a couple of those guys that didn't play today, get them back into full swing as well.
Saw you tearing up out there a little bit. Looked like you were getting pretty emotional. I remember kind of one moment when they had gone up 28-17, you heard their crowd, which obviously traveled well, doing the Yet Let's Go Bison, but you hear your fans kind of overpowering them with the Let's Go Yotes. I mean,
yeah,
the crowd really brought it today.
I teared up a little bit more during the senior introductions, quite frankly. We got a great group there. Some of them been with us 6 years, a couple of them that have only been with us a year or two. But, that group has been a real focal point of leadership on our team. And certainly the crowd was great today. Great for them, for those seniors and our football team. They made a difference. And now we got to get that same kind of crowd back here when we open the playoffs.
Where do you think the seeding should fall? I mean, there's going to be...
I don't know. I mean...
You're going to have a 3-way tie because SDSU is going to win their game.
Yeah,
So.
I mean, obviously it's a weird situation when you got a 3-way tie for a conference championship and every team, the teams have beaten each other. They've got their metrics, their metrics in terms of how they'll choose to do that. You would certainly hope head-to-head competition is a big part of that. But I certainly don't anticipate us to drop anywhere. And if anything, we should move up a little bit based on where we were at going into the week. But I'll let them decide that. As I told our guys in the locker room, we don't care. You understand when you're in the playoffs, you got to beat everybody anyway. And, the fact that we're going to get to play at least a couple games at home, I would think, will be a benefit for us, and we want to take full advantage of that.
Yeah, with the offensive struggles there halfway through the game, how happy were you with Linden's leadership on that last drive?
Yeah, we ran the football pretty effectively the first couple of drives, and then I'll have to take a look at the film. North Dakota State did a good job. They're one of the top defensive football teams in the country. Made it a little harder for us to run the ball with any consistency, and so we had to throw it a little bit more. And then obviously in those last 2 drives we had to throw it a lot. And I thought Aiden stood in the pocket well there and delivered the football. Found opening guys, and I give our up front guys a lot of credit because it's not easy to pass protect when teams know that you're passing the football. And those guys gave Aiden enough time to make some throws that we needed to keep those drives alive.
You brought up some of the special teams, but how about the kickoff at the end? The place was going crazy after he took the lead there with 12 seconds left, and then on top of it, you pin him inside the 10 or whatever it was.
Yeah, we did a good job in those 2 kicking situations. Both the one that backed them up at the 1-yard line, and then the last one, the squib kick there that they had to field, and we ended up with the ball there at the 18-yard line. You try to work on those kinds of situations. You don't honestly work on them very much. You just hope your guys go out and execute them when the time comes, and I thought our guys did.
What do you say about Cam Miller's performance, especially knowing you may have to face him again down the road? I mean, I don't know if there was anything your defense was doing tactically wrong. The guy he's probably going to win the Walter Payton for a reason, and that might have been his best game of the season.
Yeah, he's a good player. I made a lot of plays with his feet today. I thought we did a great job overall in coverage. We made him work for for completions. He's a really good player. He's an experienced player and leads their offense. But I think we got a pretty good quarterback too, and I thought he did a great job today.
Is that kind of also gratifying that he let? 'Cause I know sometimes he gets labeled with the game manager tag, and I mean those were two pretty big drives, not to mention huge throws he made at the end there.
Yeah, he's much more than a game manager. Quarterbacks in this day and age, they have to be smart. They have to understand football. Aiden did a good job distributing the ball in the passing game today. Made some key throws, and certainly those couple at the end were big plays.
All right, with that, we get one more, and then we'll call it after this question.
All right.
Coach, Bison found ways to shut down Charles Pierre Jr., one of your best rushers. How does it feel to have a weapon like Travis Tyson close out some of those shots?
Yeah, they did a good job overall on the run game. I'll have to go back, take a look at it, and see. It was an interesting game. We only ran 60 plays, and those last two drives were basically all passes. So we didn't run the ball as much as we normally do. I'm just looking at our per carry averages. Travis was still over 5 yards a carry. Charles 4 yards a carry. It's not that they shut him down completely, but Travis and Charles have been like that all year. One will be a little bit better game one from a number standpoint 1 week, and the other maybe a little bit more the last week. But they're both, in my opinion, two of the top running backs in the league without question.